Have you ever heard the word Ailurophobia before? You've probably guessed it's some kind of phobia, but what kind? It may surprise you a bit to find out this is a fear of cats. Do you have a fear of the feline? Coming up, we're going to unpack this phobia and the possible reasons why someone would be terrified of cats. We think it would be perfect if you hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell too, so you never miss out on our daily videos. Doesn't matter what it is, if you can think of it, someone, somewhere, has a phobia of it. Having a phobia isn't just being uncomfortable or mildly irritated by something. Phobias can really affect someone's day-to-day life. They'll go out of their way to avoid this particular thing or feeling. Maybe you're not very fond of cats, or you'd rather not be around them. If that's the case, then you probably don't have a phobia of them. But let's check out what it means to have ailurophobia. Ailurophobia or felinophobia is when a cat can cause extreme panic or anxiety. Although not as common as dogs, someone who has a phobia of felines would go to great lengths to avoid any situation that involves cats. Usually the fear is associated with the possible pain cats can cause through scratching or attacking. Or some people associate cats with evil forces. 1/4 of Americans have some kind of phobia to a specific animal. But why would someone be afraid of a cuddly cat? Like any animal, cats are capable of causing harm to those who they see as a threat. They might be domesticated, but cats have claws, sharp teeth, and can move quickly, just like their big cat cousins. It's understandable why some people could develop a phobia. The type of cat can make a difference in this fear as well. Some people are only scared of cats they don't know. Some folks are frightened of just male cats, and some people fear any cat they encounter on the street because of a previous bad experience, or possibly have witnessed a bad situation involving a cat. If you're wondering how to tell if someone has ailurophobia, let's go over the symptoms. The first and most obvious one is a person will be absolutely terrified as soon as they spot or hear a cat. The symptoms can manifest either physically or psychologically, or even both at the same time. Healthline outlines what physical symptoms may look like. When someone is experiencing this particular phobia, you might notice the person starts to sweat, or they might have an accelerated heartbeat. Along with this, the person might experience shortness of breath. They may start to visibly shake. Their chest may start to feel tight. The symptoms could also go as far as making someone's stomach upset. On the other end of the spectrum, the psychological symptoms can include extreme anxiety, either leading up to the encounter with a cat or upon hearing any sounds associated with a cat, whether it be hissing, meowing, or even purring. They could become panicked or afraid at even the thought or mention of a cat. They spend a lot of time and energy thinking about steps they can take to avoid a cat, or how they might get out of a situation involving a cat. They could also become very agitated when thinking about new places that could possibly have a cat present. All of those symptoms certainly could make day-to-day life challenging. Do some of the symptoms sound familiar? If you think you might have this phobia or someone you know might have it, you should seek out a professional opinion before any diagnosis. Phobias are no fun and really shouldn't be ignored. The good news is there are ways to treat phobias, if not help you overcome them altogether. Too much stress of any kind isn't good for your body, and cats are something that are present in our everyday life, whether you have one or not. So being exposed to the fight or flight response constantly would make anyone exhausted. Having a phobia doesn't always mean you need to get any kind of treatment. If you find it's not affecting your day-to-day life and you can live a pretty cat-free existence, then treatment might not be for you. However, if you're finding it difficult to cope, here are some ways to treat ailurophobia. Exposure therapy. This is one of the most common types of therapy when it comes to phobias. Don't worry, it doesn't mean you have to force yourself into a room with a dozen cats. However, it does mean you'll have to face a cat sooner or later. Exposure therapy means exposing yourself to whatever it is you're scared of. In this case, furry felines. You can start slow with the mental side of things. It can be a simple exercise like picturing a cat, looking at a picture of a cat, or possibly looking at a cat from a safe and comfortable distance. This could eventually lead to you trying to picture yourself in a situation where you may have to deal with a cat. Eventually, you could get to the point where you can hold a cat without feeling the symptoms of the actual phobia. However, be patient. If you do have ailurophobia, it won't happen overnight. Exposure therapy is best conducted with the guidance of a licensed therapist. Probably not a good idea to start venturing into the world without their help. Another type of exposure therapy is called systematic desensitization. This involves specific relaxation techniques to help you deal with the symptoms of any extreme phobia. According to Psychology Notes HQ, fear is something that has been learned and therefore can be unlearned. This particular type of exposure has been proven to help in many cases. When applying this type of therapy, therapists will sometimes ask patients to perform a number of relaxation techniques like meditation or deep breathing. Then we'll be asked about the certain triggers, all while pairing this anxiety with the specific relaxation tools learned. Eventually, the person experiencing the phobia will be able to relate a feeling of relaxation with their particular phobia. There's another type of therapy used to treat phobias called cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. This type of therapy will probably involve being exposed to cats eventually, but will give you specific tools to help you cope with ailurophobia. Some people go the route of hypnotherapy. People who undergo this type of therapy will usually combine a few relaxation techniques while discussing their fears and how cats affect their daily lives emotionally and physically. Another method you may want to look into is medication. You should always see your doctor before taking any medications for any type of phobia. But if you've exhausted the other options and you feel you could benefit from this kind of therapy, be sure to talk to a medical professional. Remember, you're not alone in this type of phobia. In fact, animal phobias are amongst the most common types. There are ways to treat and possibly overcome this fear if it's something that's affecting your life in a negative way. And that's the video. What do you think about ailurophobia? Do you have a phobia that you're comfortable sharing? Have you ever confronted your fears? Why not let us know your inspiring stories in the comments section below, and maybe you'll help another viewer overcome their phobias too.
Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Curiosity. Wait! Why not fulfill your curiosity by watching these other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or the right video and enjoy.